Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the MLM Engineers podcast with your host Bernard C. right here. Ever wonder how actual MLMers grow their profitable home businesses without bugging your friends and family? How do they find the right people into their team to generate extra income? Yet still have time to enjoy the rest of their lives? That's the mystery where all of us are wondering, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Bernard C. and welcome to the MLM Engineers. Hey, so what's up, guys? So in the previous episode, we have been talking about the truth of network marketing. So now I dive into one of the strategies, which is to get unlimited leads. So in network marketing or MLM, the most common problem that you always hear is I do not know where to find more people, to get the right people to join my downline, or even getting people to buy my products consistently, right? So in this episode, I'll actually share some of the tips that can actually help you in growing your network marketing business. So this is quite unfortunate that because most people in MLM companies, they didn't really focus on this topic because they are always taught, they're mainly taught to actually just rely on their friends and family's network just to expand through duplication, just teaching their friends and family again and again how to actually find more people. Like basically, you yourself become the lead magnet of your upline and your downline become the lead magnet for you, that kind of thing. So it's quite surprising. It is more effective in the olden days, but I'm pretty sure nowadays it's not so effective because since people know about this kind of strategy, so they kind of feel reluctant to actually join MLM because of this, as not everyone can succeed using this strategy. So in this episode, I'll show you a few tips that probably can help you get more quality leads, especially the ones that are willing to do, and also the ones that actually wants to be the runner. That means the ones that initially already has the motivation to do this business together with you, like the correct people that you should be recruiting in your downline. So the first tip, of course, is to identify your target market, because you have to know what are the products that your MLM companies sell, and you have to know who are your ideal customers that actually you can sell your products to, which means that you need to know what are the problems that your dream customers are facing so that you can sell them the concept and finally the solution, which is your product. So to actually identify a target market, you have to know what are the problems there in the market first, as I said before. Just don't waste too much time figuring out the best product only to find out nobody needs your product in the first place, right? So you can always conduct the keyword research using a free tool we call from BuzzSumo, or even installing Google Chrome plugins such as Keywords Everywhere, or even vidIQ for YouTube, just to find out what people are actively searching for in the internet. So all these tools are free, so you don't need to worry about any hidden costs. So the other ways will include searching for hashtag commands or common terms people use in social media platforms to identify any current trends going on, especially in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or maybe LinkedIn sometimes. So from there you can actually guess what are the current topics people are talking about, so you can see how your product that you want to sell can actually fit into this kind of scenario and solve their problems. As you must know that people are only interested in something that can solve their problem, not the thing that you sell. So aside from that, you can also list the top influencers that is related to the problems your MLM products can solve, because top influencers, they usually have their own type of audience, so you can actually observe what kind of topics are they talking about, and from there you can actually pinpoint which influencers are the ones that you should be going for, so that you can actually tackle their audiences at the same time trying to sell them your MLM product, which acts as a solution to their own audiences. Yeah, who knows, you can even work with the influencer themselves, so they will actually add more they'll actually, how to say, okay, add more credit to you, or I would say endorse you. Yeah, endorse is the correct term. Okay, and endorse you so that you can actually get more credibility with the influence you through the influencers own credibility. So think of it as in borrowing their credibility to boost your own reputation. Yeah, that's what I actually wanted to phrase the sentence that I'm talking about just now. Yeah, okay. So if you can actually find out who are the influencers in your market, it will be best to do so, because you can really save a lot of time in actually trying to build your own fan base by actually utilizing their fan bases, right? Yep. So moving on to the second tip, which is try to avoid link buffering, or I would say link spamming in your social media platforms, or maybe other places like your blogs, yeah, and so on, because the people don't really like to get spam with such links, especially on social media platforms. Blogs is still okay, because usually people who actually reads your blog are the ones that actually wants to find a solution to their problem, right? So that is still fine, but just that for social media platform, that could be a problem, because people just don't want to see all these kind of referral links get spammed on their own newsfeed, and this wasn't a pleasant thing to look at actually. Yeah, so I used to be one of those guys that made this mistake since I was new to MLM that time. But when I realized this problem, I immediately stopped doing it once I realized through all my learning, through my own learning in my own journey, and also attending courses that other of my mentors actually talk about link spamming. Then okay, so I realized that alright, this is not correct at all. Yeah, so it's still not surprising that you still see some people still spam their referral links online everywhere in social media, just to hope someone actually click on the referral link, which I believe 99% it won't work, because I have tried already and it totally doesn't work. And I believe that most of you also did the same, right? So adding on to the upcoming changes of Facebook, well, regarding the changes of Facebook algorithm, especially when it comes to sales posts, that will actually reduce the potential reach that you can actually potential reach to your audience, since it's a sales post. Yeah, because Facebook will want you to actually create more meaningful content. So try to avoid creating posts that actually directly tell your audience that you're selling a product and such, because it will actually it sounds that you are forcing them to react to your links, or even try to purchase from you directly. It's just like, think of it as in a poster, then you just share it on Facebook, a poster actually writing about the product that you are trying to sell, this and that. So that's actually not recommended. Yeah, people don't like to be sold, but rather they feel that they are the one who makes the buying decision. So aside from that, if you do that, doing so will make you indifferent to others, especially those who are in the same MLM company as you, because most people are doing the same thing. So you try not to compete with others. So you must compete based on differences. Hence, you must be unique yourself. So you try to figure out how can you be different from the rest, so that people will actually notice that, oh, you're doing something different compared to the majority, right? So that's how you actually attract your target audience. Yeah. So the third tip I can give you is to actually build your personal brand. So whenever you do business online, you need to make sure that people must know you well first before you can even sell anything. No one wants to buy something from someone they didn't know, or don't need to say no need to say when you are just a nobody, because well, online scams and maybe frauds very often in the internet. So people tend to be extra cautious when it comes to buying things online. So when you're trying to sell things online, you need to make sure that you have a certain level of influence before you can actually see you are making a lot of money online. So before people buy your products, they must always buy you, which means you need to provide something of value, which is message, something like I am doing now as a brand before they actually look at what you sell all the time, which is the solution, maybe your proposed solution to their problem. So you need to always provide value-based messages to the public, so people will actually notice, oh, you are providing something valuable to the marketplace. Well, maybe they'll give you a chance by just paying attention to you and see what you have to offer, right? So if you want to have a good personal brand, the first thing you need to tell yourself is you must identify what you want to be. So make sure you pick something that you like to do or you want to venture into in future, or maybe right now, best is right now, and be an expert in that field. Because if you're being a generalist or maybe becoming a jack of all trades, that does not make people remember you. But most people will just remember you as, oh, just another guy who knows this and that, which you don't like, right? Because you need to be unique so that people will remember you better. So you can always start off by publishing free content, something like what I'm doing now, which I highly encourage you to do so too, related to your expertise, to your target market. So you have to figure out what are you good at, and also how can you utilize what you are good at, which is maybe your certain skills, with your own MLM company, and see what you can do about it, right? So other content you can include, of course, you'll be publishing your stories, which is what I'm doing now actually, such as your experience in a certain field. So it is important to do that because other people will know that you're authentic and honest, and they're able to witness your journey from scratch. Yeah, which is what I'm starting off now. You know, I may not be that good in actually doing podcasts at the moment, but as long as I keep practicing, not giving up, still publish bit by bit, maybe not every day yet, but at least I haven't give up. So just do it step by step. You know, just be authentic, be honest, like really be brutally honest about where you really are right now, so that you know how much effort you will need to actually go to where you want to be, right? So you need to be clear about your goals. Yeah, this is especially important, especially in MLM, because people always trust you first before they actually trust what you actually provide, or maybe your MLM company they represent, or even the product you want to sell them. Yep. Before they actually join as your downline, and also you're buying your MLM product. So every successful marketer, they have to publish a lot of content they already publish a lot of content online to create their unique online presence. You can actually search, you can figure out all the famous marketers' name you can think of. Just Google search them, you will see they actually do a lot of publishing. So hence, if you want to be successful in network marketing online, this is a must to-do list to you. You need to make sure you have a presence on the internet, so that people can actually search and actually find out who you really are, and also whether you are trustworthy to them or not, which is very important. Yeah, so the final tip I can give you right now, right here in this episode, will be using a sales funnel to generate more leads. So most multi-level marketers or network marketers, they usually work as part-timers when they're just getting started. Like myself, I still have my full-time job, but I'm doing this part-time. So because of that, if you're still using the traditional methods, like maybe organize home meetings or hotel meetings, or maybe attending all the huge network marketing gatherings that your company actually created, it'll be quite tiring, and you don't really have much time to approach to a lot of people, unless you are one of the real top income earner, where your downlines actually bring more new leads to sit at the hotel, like certain venue, and you actually talking about it. That's a different story. But usually for part-timers, you don't really have much time to prepare such opportunities. And of course, furthermore, if you do that, you organizing all these meetings, you're not necessarily guaranteed that you can make a sale. So it's more like I would say, how can I phrase it? Okay, more like a probability game Like, you only have a certain percentage where you probably can close a sale or not, but it really depends on your downline's performance, because they are the one that needs to actually convince them and close the sale, or you have to depend on yourself, your own current mood when you're doing the presentation, right? Yeah, so this can potentially be a problem. It depends on whether are you ever ready all the time, or you have of high energy all the time, or you're maybe sometimes you're high energy, or sometimes you're not so high energy. Like myself, my energy level is not so stable. Sometimes I have the mood to talk a lot. Right now, sometimes I may not have the mood to actually talk a lot. I will just feel like I want to write blogs even more, something like that. But I'll try my best to keep it balanced for this podcast and also for my future publications. Yeah. So, but if you have a sales funnel, think of it as you just do create this web page one time, maybe just an online platform where you can customize your offers, and you can control your traffic, which is the visitors to your website, and at the same time presenting your sales message, which usually you record in the videos and even stories strategically to your target audience, because you are driving ads to the social platform, or maybe even Google search engine. I would say Google. Yeah, driving ads to Google, just to encourage people to click on your links and actually visit your funnel, which is your main sales platform. So the main benefit of create your sales funnel is that you can actually duplicate your time. What I mean by duplicating your time is when you do all the video recordings and even writing a lot of sales copy, you can actually put the website on 24/7, and it means that you're indirectly talking to more people online every day. Even when you're taking a break or you're busy with certain other things, you're still selling. Imagine you're hiring a salesman as good as yourself, doing the selling for 24/7, even when you're sleeping. Awesome, right? So to make things simple, I know it may, when I explain it, it may be a bit complicated to those who just heard of a sales funnel. So okay, let's just imagine a scenario that all of us are quite familiar with. Okay, so imagine you are walking into a shop, planning to buy a new laptop for yourself. You glance through the rack and probably pick up the laptop that you want to buy. Then a few moments later, a sales associate comes to assist you on your purchase. Then the moment you decided to buy the laptop that you want, he or she will ask you if you need a laptop bag. You need laptop bags so that you can put your laptop and carry it around, or sometimes a mouse, just in case you're not comfortable with touchpad or some of the things that you do on your laptop. You will need a mouse to help you. Yes, or maybe a mouse pad for that mouse, or a USB drive just in case you need to store a lot of data, or other useful accessories. So as they're presenting different offers, sometimes you may even buy all these accessories together with your laptop. So in the end, you plan to purchase your laptop, but also at the same time, you may also purchase other accessories that comes along with your laptop. So this process is the same thing as sales funnel. Yeah. So that's all for today's episode, and I hope that these tips do help you in strategizing your plans in your network marketing business. So anyways, if you have any questions and feedback to provide, please do feel free to email me at burnchangmarketing@gmail.com, and also it's written in the podcast description. And also stay tuned for my upcoming podcast episodes in the MLM Engineers, and also my blog publications in case I may have probably didn't release down the list down the tips quite clearly. You can always refer to my blog. It's more or less the same message, but it provide you a better idea on what I'm actually sharing in this podcast episode. It will save your time too. In case you miss out some details, you can feel free to refer to the blog again. Yeah, just so stay tuned. So as I continue to share with you some other strategies and secrets I've learned along the way, and let me know what you guys want to know by sending me an email. So just for the heads up, I'll be creating a support desk real soon, so you no need to send all your requests through email, because sometimes I worry that I may miss out certain emails from you guys. So with the support platform, it will be more organized and it's easier for me to actually look through all the requests that you guys send to me. So I'll try my best to answer all the tickets that, or your emails at the moment. So in future will be tickets that you guys send. So by either creating future videos, or I'll reply to you personally depending on the questions that you ask. So till next time, see you in my upcoming episode in MLM Engineers and my blog publications. Right, peace.